What's up, guys? We're back with another replay analysis. Oh, don't look at that, guys. Don't look at the spoilers. Mr. Epic Man, or Mr. E-Man. We got, he is a 2v2 Rising Star. And he is the Karate Kid, and you are my master, so be tough on me. That is what he said to me. So, first thing first. Oh, God, the camera view. No. Some people actually like a really close camera view. And I just want to go over real quick. Well, first, let's start over. Patreon.com/Gibbs00. That's where Mr. E-Man got his replay analyzed. Head on over there. There's replay analysis there, coaching, free play, bonus videos. Have fun. It helps support me. It's awesome. Thank you. Anyway, let's continue. We'll go over Mr. E-Man's camera settings. A lot of players actually like it really close because you can actually get better angles on shots. Or it feels better. Like you can figure out how you want to shoot. Like some people do a really zoomed in view, which you lose some field awareness, and then others do a view where you're a little further back so you get some field awareness, but you might lose some of that like intricate detail on certain angles of shots. It's up to you, whichever one you prefer. But let's get right into this video. I like the cheating up thing there. It's just in twos it's tough, because in twos you can cheat up or go for boost or sit net. Like you can do any of them, but it really comes down to how the other guy goes for the face-off. You don't want to lose the face-off right back to your own net. That's the only thing you should not be doing in twos. And right there, they lost it pretty badly right back to their own net, and luckily it didn't go in for them. But then we continue here. Straight plays with the wall. Like this is a weird aerial. There's no need for it at all. I think this is just a little bit of panic. He thinks possibly that the other guy is going to come for this ball, while Boner Garage over here, like obviously best name in the game, he's coming back, so he might not be able to make a good play. But the mid guy actually goes for the boost, and this is why maybe a zoomed out camera view might help you a little bit more than you probably would have saw Shaft just going for his own mid boost, and he has a lot more time to make this play. Instead, he jumps early. Luckily, the two of them on the other team, they actually bump each other. So it works out that he kind of gets away with this play. He almost makes a shot too, just barely misses that mid boost. Impaired does barely circle back and make a play. Now this is super dangerous. Now, when you're Boner Garage here, this is a terrible play. Like, you only have two people on your team. When you notice that the other guy's also in the corner with you, never go for the corner pass, because you're not passing anyone. You literally just cleared the ball to the other goalie, and he has a free breakaway for a shot. This is where you have to waste time, throw it up the wall, and then follow it, so then you can actually make the next pass and play. Because at that point, then Mr. E-Man can circle around, get ready for a pass, or at least just waste time, throw it up their own wall, and like gives E-Man enough time to get back on defense. Here, he just throws it right to the middle. This should be an easy goal, and Shaft just kind of shafts it. And Mr. E-Man makes his way back, which, you know, should be doing. Now, this is a bad play. The impaired rope is literally just waiting for E-Man to hit it right to him. And that's what E-Man does. He just throws it down and right to impaired rope. What he should have done is just bring this along the wall the entire way. What you can do is actually go underneath this ball a little bit on the diagonal and just follow behind the balls. Like, gently hit it, and then don't jump, though, off the wall, because then you lose all control. But then follow that ball along the wall and at least get it over impaired rope. Sure, like, you might not get it over both, like Shaft might make the next play, but at least if you can make one miss, that's generally the main rule that you should have whenever you have possession of the ball, is try and make one miss each time on the opposing team, and then at least that equals out. But there it didn't really work out. Boner Garage tries to make the play. Now this is a little bit awkward. Like, I see why E-Man comes up. He thinks Boner maybe can like make a pass right here. Like if Boner attacks this, throws it back off the wall, it's probably his best play. Then it turns into a really good pass, and he can do it. The problem is a lot of people in twos are extremely selfish. So Boner right here goes up for the play. He could have easily just attacked this ball again, thrown it off the wall. It's a perfect pass to a teammate, and you're looking really, really good. But instead, he wants to go for the shot. So he waits for that ball to have a better angle, and then at that point, the goalie is there. That's just an extremely selfish play. And, oh, I can't even look at the scoreboard because of my settings. We'll fix that later. Like, I wanted to see if they were teammates, but I'm not sure if they are. But whatever. It's fine. He didn't say he was. So, Yeah, got to be careful of the selfish plays. You got to sometimes go for the pass instead. Like, goalies know that you want to take the shot, so they're going to play the shot first. So that's why passes are so important, because if you can get there early, make the goalie miss, and it turns into a wide open shot for a teammate, you're looking so much better off. As you go back here, you're just waiting this play out. He might have inched forward a little bit too much, Mr. E-Man here. He's inching forward to the mid, but there's really no pass opportunity yet, and he continues to move forward. And at this point, like, it's blue possession. You should not be inching forward that much. I would have probably been behind the midline still just to see how this play works out. And right there, blue does win the ball over Boner Garage and over E-Man. So it didn't really work out there. But sometimes it's like, just give them possession. You don't always have to necessarily attack them as quickly as possible. You can see what they're trying to do. And around the Rise and Star level, most players can't just, like, take you on 1v1. One thing to note is players around this level are not offensively gifted. Like, if you give them the ball and you just sit in net, 9 times out of 10 they probably can't score on you. So sometimes it's better to make them beat you instead of trying to come out to meet them and to just keep pressure when, if you mess up, it's a wide open net, which you don't want to do. So let's go back here. This is a decent clear. All he has to do is tap this ball. He knows that the other guy's coming. He actually gets bumped there by Chef. Chef turns around. All he has to do is tap that ball away, which actually worked out really well. Impaired rope again, though, just trying to throw it into his own corner. Doesn't make it all the way. This time it goes up for Boner Garage. Makes the pass and play. An impaired rope, I just want to see what he did here. Seemed very, very awkward. He flips off the post, which... So I saw that, and I was like, all right, whatever. He still has plenty of time to make it back. He's in net at this point. All he's got to do is save this. All he had to do is drive forward. He drove to the right and then put on the brakes. Very strange plays. Camera angles also. Really weird. But really strange play there. But good shot by Epic Man. He kind of fights it off. It wasn't the greatest aerial. But one thing he does is he tries to side flip around it to get back onto a better angle of a shot to go near post. So right here he side flips. I'm not sure if it really mattered much, but he does get it into the side post. At least it's not dead center in the net, and that's what you want. It wasn't the greatest shot in the world, that's for sure, but it was good placement at least. So this worked out to be a really good face-off for him. I wasn't sure if he was just going to throw it right into him. And then here was just panic play, though. So he goes with the good face-off because no one goes for it. I thought he might try and chip it to the right just to keep the pressure, but he throws it right in the middle. Works out, though. But here, he probably has more time than he thinks. He actually tries to recorrect his aerial this time, and this time you didn't really need to. Or he side flipped or diagonal flipped a little bit early to change the angle a little bit too much, and it turns into a really poor play. See how he's off angle here? And I've talked about this a ton. When you're off angle, then you're going to have to do a side flip or diagonal flip to recorrect that angle. Problem is you have to time it perfectly or else you will look fucking stupid. Which right here, E-Man does look really stupid. He timed it just a little bit wrong and misses that shot. But he had more time than he thinks. Like right here, it's hard to see because he doesn't actually check in the other guys. But you could see that the other guys were... they both dove at that last play. So you see how far away they are, both on the other side of the field, both not even facing the right way yet. Look at all that time he has. He could have let that ball bounce once, maybe even twice, before Shaft is there to make the play. Instead, he just panics and throws it up a little bit too quick. One thing to do there is maybe throw on that R3 cam, the reverse cam, or just look around really quickly just to check where they are. But right when he wins this face-off, he should know he has plenty of time. Whenever you see someone going for a flip, see how both of them flipped right there, their secondary flip? They're both going to be out of play for a really long time because that's going to send them forward with their momentum and really take them out of the play. So he should have known that he had a little bit more time because also they don't have a lot of boost either. So he just kind of panicked there a bit. Boner tried to come in and salvage it, but didn't really work out. But E-Man knows he made that mistake there. And again, a lot of it has to do with that side flip correction on the aerial. You can look really, really dumb when you miss those, which, it happens. Okay, so we're going to go here. Both of them are going back to net. I would have probably just kept my momentum with E-Man and tried to swing around this post because they're both handbraking right into the same corner. It's not the easiest play in the world, but... Once this goes over E-Man's head, which is not a bad play from Shaft, it's probably Boner's ball, but actually a really good play by Shaft to follow that up. And, which was really surprising. Like, I don't think anyone really saw it coming. And then at that point, like, Impaired Rope has the shot. What you want to do here is probably just sit on the wall and hope for the best, or right there, right before the shot, at least jump and try and block some type of angle. It's not an easy play, though. He's kind of just in a really, really bad spot. But sometimes it's better to just guess and just throw your car up into a direction where you think that, like, a shot, like if you had that shot, where you would put it. Sometimes that's your best bet, is to just guess. There, he tried to play the ground game, which I guess is okay, because it was possible that Impaired Rope would have just thrown it on the ground. It just didn't work out there. A good play by Boner there. Like, as I said before, it's always good to just beat one. Like, if you can beat one, if only he would have got a 50-50 here, then this play would have been so much better. For the cutoff there, guys. But we're back. We have Boner Garage here. Makes the move on the 1, but then here I just wanted a better 50-50. For some reason, he goes to the right instead of just trying to block whatever the defender is doing there. Because once you beat 1, like, if you can make the second guy 50-50 with you, you're actually looking really, really strong, because if that spills out anywhere for a goal opportunity, then Mr. E-Man could have just easily put that in, but it didn't really work out there because he went, again, maybe for a little bit of a greed play. So we'll go back here to follow E-Man. He expects it to be a 50-50, and I like that call of moving up, but it didn't really work out. This is a good play. Again, just throw it to the side, make that one guy miss. But again, this play was a little bit panicky. Shaft is on his ass, so I can see why, but I would have waited for that bounce there and tried to throw it a little bit higher. I think he had the time because Shaft was kind of going up the wall. Didn't really work out for E-Man there, but again, just be careful of knowing how much time you have. That play, I will give him because Shaft was on his ass for a little bit, but it did look like he was going up the wall from what I could hear as well, which, like, another big thing that I talk about a lot is the audio. Like, if you're using, like, you should be using headphones and really paying attention to the audio of the other cars, and then you can make judgments based on what you hear as well. So you don't necessarily have to see them all the time. And when you have a close-up view, you probably need audio even more because you see less of the field. But he just kind of threw it right at the goalie, which didn't really work out. This pass isn't the greatest. Boner is circling around. The reason why the pass isn't the greatest, it does hit that ceiling curve and falls right in front of the goalie. Like, if that stayed in the air, then that pass is a lot better, obviously, but it was still decent. He threw it in the corner, then at least it allows, you let the goalie clear it, and then just clear it right back, basically. Sometimes it's better to not attack those plays. Like, Boner didn't attack there on the pass. It's better for Boner to just wait for that clear and then try and just keep possession or keep the pressure on the other side. This play is a little awkward. So he goes for the mid-boost. Right here, I would have left completely, because you know Shaft's hitting this ball. Now, it's either he waits for the bounce and gets a really high clear, or he does take it in the air and also probably gets a really good clear. With Boner not back yet, I would have kept falling back here a little bit more. Luckily, Shaft got a poor hit, so it kind of worked out, but then he didn't get the greatest clear, and that turned into a really good chance for the blue side, all because he didn't fall back as hard. Like, if he would have fell back a little bit further, he could have circled around once Shaft hit that poorly and made a better play on it. Sometimes it's better just let them hit it to you. See how Shaft is just is always just trying to throw that ball forward. So that play was a lot better from E-Man because then he actually got a good goal-scoring opportunity there, but Impaired Rope made the stop. He hit the ball just a little bit too far away from himself, so Impaired Rope could make the play. But Boner is there again to keep the pressure on. And now they're both kind of circling in the same spot. You got to be careful of that. They're trying to make up their minds here. I like that the E-Man pushed forward there. It looked like it was a good pass opportunity. The play just didn't work out. But the best thing he could do here is throw this ball up the wall. That's the best play he could do. Obviously, he made a really poor wall attempt. What you want to do here generally is you want to jump off the wall and try and reverse aerial into it. Maybe get a couple little taps in the air if possible. And at worst, like if you feel like you're not great on the walls and it's a high pressure situation here, then you would want to just leave the ball up the wall and just fall back and grab some boost and just restart the play. Because Boner, that's basically what Boner did there. So let's go forward here. Boner with the whiff. Not much you can do there. Right here, Oh, the E-Man just has to get back as soon as possible. Boner tries to make the play. Boner whiffs, and at that point you're kind of screwed because I think E-Man was kind of trusting in Boner to make this secondary hit. Doesn't happen again, though. Impaired rope going for that shot. You got to just jump for it. Try and guard as much angle as you can. Like, put your car at least half height, like a half height jump. So you guard the low shot plus a little bit of the high shot. But it was a really tough play because Impaired rope kind of had a wide open shot there. And then this play, once again, they both don't go for the face-off. They've been doing these delayed face-offs, but this is what I'm talking about. You never want to hit the ball away from your car on face-off where you don't follow behind the ball. Here, he flips away from the ball, so he can't get that secondary hit when they get that late second hit from the other side. You want to follow right behind it, so when they do get that late second hit, you can get that third hit, but it doesn't work out there. On this face-off, I think it's a little bit better. Let me see. Yeah, he follows behind it more there, which is much better than the previous face-off. It still didn't matter, but again, they go for the delayed kickoff. But game was close. There was a couple plays there that I think was probably more on Boner's side, but at the same time, the offensive opportunities weren't there. The passes were not what they could have been, and then sometimes when you have more time than you think, you can clean those up like that a wide open shot that he had that just didn't work out. But overall, wasn't a terrible game. But, you know, it's going to happen in twos where you're not going to get either the best teammates or sometimes you just have one of those weird misses and it really does cost your game. And, like, what can you do, basically? But that'll do it, guys, for this replay analysis. Yeah, thanks so much for the support, guys. I love you all on Patreon. I love you all pretty much anywhere, even if you're just watching. Love you. But yeah, we're now right before the LAN, I think, is when this video comes out. So hope you guys all go and watch that, and we'll see you next time. Later.